Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today for a very special press conference ahead of our huge show, October the 26th, at the O2 Arena, live on Sky Sports box office in the UK, live on DAZN, across their platforms, particularly in the USA as well. And what a card, what a main event, what a group of fighters we have here today. Of course, the unification match-up, the Ali Trophy World Boxing Super Series final between Regis Prograis, the WBC Diamond, the WBA World Champion, and Josh Taylor, the IBF World 140-pound Champion. It's an absolute brilliant fight. I was lucky enough to be there in Glasgow when Josh won the world title against Barancic in the semi-finals, and I'm delighted to be working alongside Callie Sowland and the World Boxing Super Series to bring this to Sky Sports box office on a huge card. You've only got to look at the names, and I feel a bit bad that these guys are on a bottom table, if there was such a thing. Look at the talent we've got here. Former three-weight world champion Ricky Burns, former world featherweight champion Lee Selby, Conor Benn, Yves Ngannou, Lawrence Okoli, brilliant European cruiserweight matchup as well. And of course, Derek Chisora against Joseph Parker. The two came head-to-head in Los Angeles last week. We'll be bringing you exclusive content of that. Parker now in camp, underway. Derek here today with his promoter and manager, David Hay. We'll hear from them shortly. But first of all, I want to pass over to the head of boxing for Sky Sports, Adam Smith.
Thanks, Eddie. He always says it, what a monster show. It really is a fantastic one. October the 26th at the O2. We were treated, weren't we, to Vasily Lomachenko's brilliance, Luke Campbell's superb display as well, and an amazing atmosphere the other week. It's a special place, the O2, and it is going to be lit up by this card. As Eddie said, that the bottom table shouldn't be the bottom table. Ricky Burns, a three-weight world champion we've worked with for many years. Lee Selby, utter class down there. Fantastic European fight, as Eddie said, and Conor Benn as well, going great guns. And look up here, I know we're missing Joseph Parker today, but Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker is a wonderful heavyweight fight in the blue ribbon division. It's a mouth-watering one. Derek finding form. Even at this stage in his career, you never know quite what you're going to get. What a terrific knockout against Artur Spilka last time. And Joseph Parker, we know his stature, and also he's young and hungry still and wants a real part to play in this division. So that's a fantastic fight in itself. As for this one, the World Super Series final, Callie, I'm glad you brought the guys to us. It really is absolutely mouth-watering. Josh Taylor, I've wanted on Sky for so many years. And obviously we had him at the semi-final, and that was fantastic. I wasn't there that night in Scotland. We were in America, so I missed being ringside, but I cannot wait to be ringside for this, because this young man to my right, he could be a real superstar of this sport. He's dangerous, he's exciting, he's unbeaten. They both are. It's a terrific top of the bill. I think it's one of the best cards, Eddie, you've put on in a long time. We're not going to miss this one.
Thank you, Adam. Before we go to the fighters, I'm going to pass over to Callie Sowland to say a few words. Calla, congratulations. I think a lot of these World Boxing Super Series finals have been the dream finals, and this is, with your non-biased hat on, definitely the final I think everybody wanted when the 140-pound tournament was made. We saw it with the cruiserweight tournament with Usyk against Gassiev, and you got another great one with Inoue against Donaire, but this one could be one of the all-time classics of the Ali Trophy so far.
Absolutely, thank you, and it's great to be in London. It's great to be putting this fantastic Ali Trophy final on, and thanks very much to Matchroom and to Sky Box Office for providing one of the greatest platforms, I think, in the sport. The O2 in London. I know they do a lot of shows there, but it really is, the atmosphere there is incredible, and it's fitting for this super final. This is it, the Champions League of Boxing, the super lightweight final. Eddie, you're correct. If I look at the other finals, amazing as well. I mean, we've got Inoue Donaire, of course, taking place in Japan 10 days later. And, of course, Briedis Dorticos, the big cruiserweight final. We saw what the cruiserweights did last year. I don't expect more fireworks in that final. But as a fan, this is my pick. This is the one. This is the one when we set it out. This is the let's say, the golden final, the ticket to the Ali Trophy, to the man to beat in one of the glamour divisions, especially when you look at the US market and our partner DAZN. It's one that, you know, if you look at both guys, it's a dream to have two undefeated and very young huge personality, but fighters that come forward, both slick in different ways. Amazing to work with, and very, very much looking forward to this thing. Like I said, it's the Champions League of boxing. It's not often you see the best really go against the best. It's one of the fights of the year on the whole planet, and it's an amazing card top to bottom.
Thank you, Keller. We're going to head down to Conor Benn firstly. Conor, thanks for being here today. I mean, a bit of a 360 for you. You started off on the big shows at the O2 Arena, then you started learning your trade, if you like, headlining and being deep in the card at the York Hall, and now you're back on a monster card at the O2 as you really look now to climb up those world rankings in 147-pound division.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, my career's been a roller coaster. I mean, it feels like I've been pro for, you know, a long while. It's only been, 4 or 5 years, and it's been so dramatic. You know, it's been crazy, but, you know, I've got Britain behind me, and all these learning fights I'm having, you know, they're going to put me in good stead for the future, and, you know, when push comes to shove, I know what I'm doing. You know, as I said, been dropped twice, you know, managed to get back up off the canvas, you know, put the other opponent down twice, and gotten to 10 rounds. It's all these little things. I've been cut, had injuries, so all these things. You know, I'm only 22, so, you know, when I'm 25, 26, it won't be nothing new to me. So as far as I'm aware, everything's on course, and, you know, it's on track, and I'm excited to have a great year.
One thing we're definitely finding is that people are definitely more reluctant to fight you now than they were 4 or 5 fights ago. I think when you were starting out, everybody wanted the Conor Benn scalp. But what we're finding now is just people putting their prices up, people not so keen to jump in with Conor Benn right now.
Well, I mean, I'm only 22, and, you know, as I get older, you know, man strength's coming, and people are going to get laid out, you know, clean. You know, they ain't going to be getting back up. So, I mean, my last fight was expected to be a hard fight. When I looked at him, I thought, cool, mate, like, I'm in for it here. Like, that's what I thought. I thought I'm banging trouble. And then he come out flying the first round. I thought, here we go. And then, you know, I managed to get him out of there. But listen, you know, if people want to come and have it with me, I'll have it back with them. And, you know, if I go down, they're going down with me. So I ain't really worried about who they put in front of me. You know, whoever they put in front of me, you know, it's going to be the same outcome. And I'm going to go out there and do one job and one job only.
Thank you, Conor. Brilliant European cruiserweight title fight between champion Yves Ngarbu and Lawrence Okoli. I think Lawrence Okoli has moved faster than many fighters we've seen recently coming out of the GB Olympic squad. British title fight against Matty Askin, defended that a couple of times. Now a massive step up against Ngarbu, trained by Dominic Ingle, who I see here today. Got a big team of people behind him, already won the European Cruiserweight Championship. We're going to start with you, Yves. Welcome. And a big fight for you on a big stage. It's going to be 18,000 people at the O2 Arena. It's going to be crazy. And a big fight for the cruiserweight division.
I came here 1 year ago. I came here in the UK. And I came here with a plan. The first one was to win my fight. And the second one was to fight the #1 from the UK and here in the UK. Who is Lawrence Okoli. He's a good fighter, but I know where I want to go. And to get where I want to get, these are the things that I have to do, and I have to get them out of my way.
Obviously, sorry, carry on, sorry, my fault.
Yeah.
Obviously, well ranked now in the world governing bodies as well. What have you seen of Lawrence Okoli? Obviously, you have more experience as him, although he achieved a lot in the amateur game, fairly limited in terms of experience in the amateur code as well. How do you see you beating Lawrence Okoli on October the 26th?
I just, you know, now I'm just focused on my work, and we're gonna see the 26th of October. We're gonna see how I'm gonna beat him. He's a good fighter. He's tall, he's strong, and everything until now he did perfect. So yeah, but I believe I can beat him, and I believe I am stronger than him. And yeah, we're gonna see the 26th of October.
Thank you, Yves. Lawrence, you are probably one of the most game young fighters I've come across. I've never seen you turn down one fight, one opportunity. You got made the mandatory for the European title. From our point of view, this was a very risky fight, a guy with plenty of experience, obviously well ranked in the world. For you, 100% taking this fight was never in doubt.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm happy to be here. Shout out to Josh Taylor. I just think that when you're young and able, that you should do. So this is going to be the third champion that I boxed. I beat the Commonwealth champion, beat the British champion. I'm looking forward to beating the European champion. He's got a great team. I've had a lot of interviews with him. I like the way he speaks very confidently. And I just look forward to putting myself through it in training camp and then going to work.
Do you feel this is a chance, obviously you teamed up with Shane McGuigan, you're looking great in the gym there, but this is the time when you're actually fighting guys that are coming to win rather than coming to survive, and that should show on the night with the excitement of the fight?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be very, very good, very exciting. He's got the kind of style that's almost opposite to mine. I don't think he's too much. He's a come forward fighter, but then he's also knows how to box. He's got good counter punching and various other stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of stuff I have to deal with on the night, but I will deal with all of them comfortably, and then we'll go on from there.
One thing, finally, looking at you from up here, you are looking absolutely huge. Yeah. Is it me or are those shoulders? I mean, how long have we got left at cruiserweight before we see Lawrence Okoli up at heavyweight?
Honestly, I just believe the most important thing is to be on weight in 7 weeks, win the fight, and then we can go from there.
Look forward to Ngannou against Okoli for the European Cruiserweight Championship. A lightweight fight that's got everybody talking. Ricky Burns against Lee Selby. I think it's such a wonderful fight. It's been talked about for a while now. We see Lee Selby dominate in the featherweight division, win the IBF world title, move up 2 weight classes, have a good win last time out against Antoine Douglas at the O2, and now takes on 3-weight world champion Ricky Burns. Lee, firstly, welcome, or welcome back. O2 Arena, it's been a great place for you. Of course, you remember when you beat Gradovic for the world title there a few years back now, but now up at lightweight and a massive, massive fight for the division.
I said the O2's been great to me. I've boxed there more than any other venue. I won the Lonsdale bout outright there, won and defended the world title, and now I'm back there October 26th. You know, I got a tough opponent in front of me. Ricky Burns is obviously a 3-weight world champion. And like to be a world champion and defend it once, you've got to be a great fighter. To do it twice, you've got to be brilliant, and to do it in 3 different weights, you're elite. So I got the utmost respect for Ricky Burns. We shared the ring back in 2014. He got me in for sparring ahead of his Terence Crawford fight, and from what I can remember, it was great sparring, really competitive, up and down. And after each spar, everybody in the gym, they stood and gave us a standing ovation. So if the sparring's anything to go by, we're in for a treat.
Talk us about that transition to lightweight. I mean, I remember being around you when you were at featherweight. It was always a monster struggle for you to make the weight, and you carried on there. I guess maybe for a fight or two too many, but how does it feel now moving up 2 weight classes to lightweight? We know you're a tall guy anyway, but feeling comfortable up there at 135 pounds?
You know, a few years back, when I was British champion, it was a real struggle then. And I remember yourself asking me, how do I make the weight? And like the sacrifices I made and some of the stuff I had to do to make the weights, you wouldn't believe. But now, you know, losing the world title obviously was very upsetting, but it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I can fight at a more comfortable weight, and I'm happy in the gym. I'm feeling good.
Rickster, it's been a long time coming, this one. We talked about it in Glasgow, in Cardiff, and now I think a venue that you're both happy with, the O2 Arena. We know you like the big fights, the big occasions, and this is a big fight for you and your career, October 26th.
Yep, finally got one over the line. It's been a frustrating year for myself. Couple of fights been spoke about and fell through. Obviously, my last fight was November, so we pulled out of the bag with this one. I know I've got a tough fight, as Lee said, we'd sparred before. And you know, he came up to help me when I was boxing Terence Crawford, and I can always remember when we were sparring, I was like, look at the size of you for a featherweight, how do you do it? He's like to me, nah, I do it easy. I'm like, so you do it. But no, Joe, it was competitive sparring, and like I said, on the night, the best man will win, but I just feel as if I'm getting out there to do a job. Training's been going well so far, so I can't wait.
Thank you, Ricky. Burns against Selby, a classic all-British domestic matchup at the O2, October the 26th. We're going to go down to our friends, our heavyweight friends down the bottom, and Derek Chisora, I know you would have preferred Joseph Parker to be here today. I appreciate you coming out today to see the media, and thank you for that filming you did with those two. It's going to be great to watch. David, welcome. A brilliant win for Derek last time out against Spilka. I think completely lit up the O2 Arena on July 20th. And now this is really the crunch test. Probably one of the most informed heavyweights right now. A resurgence in his career in Derek Chisora. And the fight against Parker should be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, we know what Parker brings to the table. He's well established. And more importantly, he holds that all-important win over Andy Ruiz Jr., who's arguably one of the best, if not the #1 heavyweight on the planet after the crazy stoppage victory he got over AJ in New York, which I was ringside for. So for me, Derek getting that win against Parker means more than just a win. It really catapults him up there into the top players in the division. He's shown time and time again that he can come again. Last time out, as you said, against Artur Spilka, he knew he was up against it. Training camp hadn't gone good. Sparring was a struggle, but he managed to get it together in the last probably 2 spars is where I believe he got his real confidence going into that fight. Fortunately, the universe works in strange ways, and a few hours ago, I was in the Haymaker gym around the corner. I watched Derek spar for the first time since that fight, first real spar. He's done some stuff over in LA last week, but I'm talking about real war sparring, and he's back. And he's in a better space right now, 7 weeks out from the fight, than he was on fight night, you know, a few months ago. So the fact that he hasn't had a long time out of the gym, the fact that he's, you know, he had a little time away, break with his family, and he's back. He's working hard, he's grafting, and he's in a great spot right now. So he's going to build on what we brought to Artur Spilka at the O2 Arena, and it's once again the O2. He's got a great history there, and for me, I'm really, really excited about the fact that Parker's in shape. Parker's going to come to win this fight, and it's going to be an absolute barnstormer. The way he stole the show last time out, I think he's going to do the same thing again. He's going to go out there, and you're going to get an absolute barnstormer in Sky box office. You know, I'm very excited. There's been a few changes. Dave Caldwell will no longer be training Derek Chisora. There was a logistical issue. You know, Dave couldn't come down to London, and this time around, Chisora wasn't able to get up to Huddersfield. So we'll make an announcement who the guy in the corner will be in the coming weeks. But, you know, if sparring's anything to go by, from today, you're in for an absolute treat. And Joseph Parker will never have had the heat that's going to be brought to him on the 26th of October.
Del Boy, back from LA, had a good fun sit down with Mr. Parker, got the opportunity to look him in the eye. You've won in this fight for a long time, and everyone expecting fireworks with Chisora against Joseph Parker.
Yeah, there's a couple of questions on this, so just clear right now as we see up here. Who's the main event of this fight?
Who's the main event?
Yeah.
It's the gentleman sitting next to you.
Mate, that's not gonna work for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell out O2 for them guys to be the main event, so I'm not gonna be like cheap support to these guys. We need to change that. I'm bringing water, so I'm not playing that. I'm not gonna be cheap support, simple as. We're not playing on box office because these guys wouldn't sell box office by themselves, so fuck that. So either you give me a main event or else pull me out of the fucking show.
Okay, let's talk about that fight.
No, I'm just being serious. You're trying to bombard me like you want me to sell it out to my London crowd, my London fans, and then you want to put these little guys, nobody knows about them, on my show, and then trying to mug me off. Fuck that. I'm being serious.
Okay.
You know this is not right. The fucking Muhammad Ali trophy, nobody gives a fuck about it no more. Nobody gives a fuck about little guys anymore. They all give a fuck about the heavyweight game, the big guys in the top 10, the big guys, yeah? Boxing right now is thriving on the heavyweights. So for you to try and give me a cheap support on my own bill, that's bollocks.
But we #1 and #2.
Huh?
We #1 and #2.
Who's #1? Bro, nobody cares about you, bro. Let's all be honest.
But we
Don't
#1 and #2.
Yo, don't get me started, bro.
We #1 and #2.
Yo, I don't give a shit. Am I taking the main stage, yes or no? If I'm not, I want more money.
Calla, I'm going to pass over to you here. Or Adam. One of you.
Adam, who's taking the main event? You're not answering me because I'm going to go fucking ballistic now. Yeah, I want more money. I'm not fucking selling out the O2 for these guys to come and take my fans. No, if that's the case, pull me out of it. Pull me out of it, and then you won't be a box office.
What's your thoughts,
I'm tired of fucking just selling your shows and me, you know, making money. So give me some of that fucking money you're making, let me put it in my pocket.
My thoughts are they're two fantastic fights, and the crowd and the consumers and the customers and everyone's going to be happy. So let's get on with it.
Yeah, we're going to get on with it until you tell me, am I going to be the main event? If I'm not, give me more money. And then we can get to business. I'm sorry for doing this right now, but I feel like you just fucking me with no Vaseline. That is it.
Kala, over to you. Talk about the Ali Trophy.
Nobody gives a fuck about Ali Trophy, man. It's past date, man. The heavyweights are back now. You know, Mike Tyson said it. When AJ knocked out Klitschko, he said, no more money to the small guys. The money's going back to the heavyweights, yeah? And that's it, yeah? We haven't heard about the Ali Trophy for the last 6 months. And then now they want to jump on our fucking show, yeah, on Sky because something else is going on. Fuck that. Give me more money and we can get to business. If you can't, just tell me you can't.
Right, I'll introduce the fighters. The number 2 seed, the IBF World Champion, the Tartan Tornado, with a perfect record of 15-0, and someone who has beaten on his way here 2.
Tell him to go boxing fucking Glasgow, mate. You can sell out Glasgow, let's see it, and if people go buy those tickets in Glasgow, that's it, man.
So you let me do my thing, and you talk to Eddie later?
Fuck off.
You do talk to Eddie later? The Tartan Tornado, Mr. Josh Taylor.
All right, everybody, how's it going? Bit awkward, but that's what it is. Looking forward to it. First time fighting here in London. Headlining it though too. So I'm pure excited for it. Can't wait.
Josh, I'll come in there with a few questions. I want to hear from Barry McGuigan as well. Barry, talk us through this fight. The Baranchik's victory was outstanding in Glasgow, and this is really the biggest fight in the division right now, and a huge opportunity. It's happened very quickly. To be in a unification fight with Progress so quickly. Normally, I guess you'd win a world title, defend it a couple of times, then look to unify, but it's come about very quickly.
Yeah, I agree. I think these are the two best super lightweight fighters in the world. With the greatest respect to Ramirez and Hooker, I should say, it was. I think these two guys are the best fighters in the 140-pound division. Progress is a tremendous puncher, very exciting, aggressive, can box on the back foot too. Very exciting to watch. It's going to be a great fight. Josh Taylor has improved rapidly as he's turned pro. We've moved him very aggressively, and he is, I think, the best 140-pounder in the world.
Just follow on to that. If you look at the first season with Usyk, the man to beat at cruiserweight, obviously gone up to heavyweight now. You look at Callum Smith, super middleweight, the man to beat, the winner of the Ali Trophy the first season. Inouye Donaire will be the man to beat at bantamweight. These guys will be the ones to beat at super lightweight, and the same for the cruiserweights with Breedis and Dorticos. So it's very much the best against the best, and it's always the one who picks it up. Del, I'd love to do it at heavyweight one day when we have enough funds and all the fighters who want to be on board. But the moment we're doing these weights, and these weights are really putting up amazing fights, and we've seen that all the way through.
Josh, your thoughts on the fight? I've seen you and Regis both two fiery characters, particularly on fight week. We saw a little bit of fun and games last time around. Confident, full confidence in this fight. And how do you think you deal with Regis Prograis?
Yeah, I'm fully confident in the fight. I think I'm bigger than him, stronger than him. I'm quicker than him. You know, I punch just as hard as him. So, yeah, I think I can beat him in every department. If he comes to come and try and walk me down, I believe I'll walk him into a shot and get him out of there. If not, I can outbox him for a full 12 rounds. So I'm fully confident that I can win this fight either way it goes. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited to be in London for the first time. You know, I've always wanted to box in London in a big show. I've been down here plenty of times at the big shows, you know, seen guys like Conor and Okole at the Joshua fights, fighting in the O2. So I've always wanted to be a part of it. So I'm really excited that I'm headlining at the show here now and tapping into the British fans. So yeah, I'm happy. I can't wait.
We saw a great fight on DAZN and Sky recently between Hooker and Ramirez, but do you feel this is for the #1 spot in the division right now?
Right now, yeah, I believe myself and Regis are 1 and 2 in the division. I believe, yeah, 100%. I think we're the best in the division, and we are the 2 guys to beat. And we're going to prove it on October 26th. I feel like this is my time to shine, and I just feel like I can't see him beating me at all. So, yeah, I'm super confident, super confident.
Well, that leads us up to introducing our #1 seed, the undefeated WBC Diamond and WBA Super World Champion with a perfect record of 24-0. This man comes from New Orleans, and I can tell you, having promoted him in New Orleans, he's an absolute superstar over there and someone who's going to be a very big star in the division. I think both guys, whatever happens, will be massive stars. But this is a man who's come over here to make a statement, and that's exactly what we'll let him do now. Over to you, Regis.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm glad to come here. I'm glad to be here. You know, I do right here kind of got me, you know, in my head a little bit or whatever, because he won't be the main event. But yeah, I'm excited. You know, this has been a dream to me to come to London. You know, UK got some of the best fans in the world, and I mean, I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just very, very excited. You know, for me, it's no animosity towards nobody. I'm just real happy. You know, most fighters don't get this chance in a lifetime. Like, we getting this chance right now. You know, you got 4 things on the line. You know, you got WBA, my title, his title, IBF, the Ali Trophy, and the Ring Magazine belt. You know, all this is on the line. So a lot of fighters, you know, I had a late start, but, you know, a lot of fighters, you know, they've been fighting 20, 30 years, and they never get this opportunity. So, you know, for me to be getting this opportunity right now is just like an opportunity of a lifetime. This is my personal legacy. This is history right now. And to be doing it in London at the O2 is just like, you know, I'm ecstatic about it, and I just can't wait.
A lot of people have been talking about you for a long time. Do you feel this is your breakout fight against Josh Taylor?
Yeah, I definitely think so. You know, #1, #2, you don't get this. You know, I think that's why it's so big. You know, you get #1 and #2, 2 undefeated fighters in their prime. That's champions. #1 and #2. Yeah, sometimes you might get, you know, champions, but they not #1, #2. You got people that, you know, you got 2 fighters that's ranked #1 and #2, prime, undefeated, with belts, with all this on the line. Most of the time you don't get that in boxing, and now you have this. So like I said, this is a huge show, and, you know, I'm excited to be a part of it.
He says he can outbox you, he can outfight you, he can do all those things. How do you beat Josh Taylor on October 26th?
I mean, they all said that. You know, everybody I fought, it's supposed to be 50-50. Everybody I've been fighting, it was, you know, it's supposed to be an even fight. It's supposed to be 50-50 fight, and I dominated. I blew everybody out, you know. Like I said earlier, you know, it's no such, the tail of the tape don't, you know, he is taller than me. Of course, he's longer than me, but for me, none of that stuff matters. You know, you can't, you know, you can't determine my heart by tail of the tape. You can't determine, you know, my IQ or nothing like that, you know. So just like I don't want to repeat the same thing he said, but I really cannot see how he can beat me. I just can't. You know, not to be cocky, not to be arrogant, but you know, I can't see it, you know, like, you know, he been hurt, you know, he was, you know, Baranchek, his last fight with Baranchek, he cut him up, you know, and I told him at his last fight, you know, you can't get, huh?
Clash your heads.
Nah, that was a punch, I saw it.
Clash your heads, bud.
He dropped you too, but they ain't call it, but whatever. And Postal hurt him.
What were you watching?
Huh?
What fight were you watching?
The same fight you was fighting in.
Right, fuck me, you need glasses, bud.
All right, whatever. And what about Postal? Postal hurt him. And but anyways, that's past fights. You can't even, it's gonna be me and him. It's not gonna be Postal. It's not gonna be Rencheck. It's not gonna be none of my fights. So, you know, that is, you know, that's past fights. And I think he'll come. He definitely gonna bring his A game, and I'm gonna bring my A game. And like I said, this gonna be one hell of a fight. So I'm excited I'm excited to come over here, and, you know, this is, you know, something I've been wanting, for a long time.
Sam, welcome. Thanks for making the trip over. Been with Regis for a long time. Big fight for you guys on October the 26th.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. Thank you for coming. You know, we're glad everything got worked out, everything got finalized, and we're out here now. It was a little bit of a long trip, but we're here. We can't wait till October 26th. I think it's entertaining to watch these guys walk out right now. But you know, again, thank you for everybody. We're coming to fight October 26th. So this fight helps build Regis as a global brand, which we're going to be coming 3 weeks early in the UK, finishing our camp here. Everybody is ecstatic, and we're looking forward to a great fight on October 26th.
I know that you and Peter and the guys have been talking about Regis Prograis for a long time. You feel now this is the perfect platform, the perfect time to announce himself, you know, on the pound-for-pound list.
100%. You know, he's special. He, outside of the ring and inside the ring, is a special fighter. And to be able to fight on such a massive show, the winner of this fight, to me, is a pound-for-pound, 100% enters the pound-for-pound rankings. Goes on to potentially fight for the undisputed for all 4 belts. And we'll see the best fight on October 26th, and it'll be Regis Prograis, because every time he's told me he's going to do something, how the fight was going to go, that's how the fight went. And he told me he was going to do it on October 26th, and that's all I'm expecting.
Finally, predictions from both guys. Josh, I know many a time it's get the job done in any fashion, but do you see this and how you end this fight?
Just a Josh Taylor win. Just how it goes. We just wait to see how the fight unfolds, but I can't see anything other than a win for myself.
Regis, do you think you win this fight inside the distance?
I don't know. I'm not. I know we fighting for the Ali trophy, but I'm not Ali. I'm not. I can't say what round or nothing like that. I'm just I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do my thing. Just like I always say. I just go out there. I have fun. I do my thing, and that's what I'm gonna do. So as far as if I'm gonna hurt, I'm gonna knock him out. I don't know, but so far I've been dominating. That's what I plan to do. October 26th.
Thank you, Regis. We look forward to a huge night, October 26th at the O2. Conor Benn and Garbu against Okoli, Burns against Selby, the ever-wonderful Derek Chisora against Joseph Parker, and the big unification matchup for the Ali Trophy, Regis Prograis against Josh Taylor, WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine, World Championships on the line. We're going to have head-to-heads up here now with everybody from the tables. Thank you for coming.